Hey, Valerie Jampolsky here, and I wanted to share with you something really powerful to transform your life, to transform the way that you see what's happening in your life. And it's a very simple thing, but it's not easy. It's a transition, it's a snap, and you can just snap to it. I used to hate when people would say that to me, just snap out of it, just snap out of it. But in a way, it's actually kind of true. Now, I'll tell you a little story, okay? There's many times where I will go through and I'll go through a positive transformation. I'll go through something where I'm looking at the world in a very positive way. And here's what would happen to me is I'd be moving along, and then all of a sudden something would happen and I would take a look and I would have these negative self-thoughts, and I would have these thoughts of lack, thoughts that about how horrible things are going to be, which I know it's when you have such a thought that's what you attract. Well, I would then take it another step and I would spiral down into being upset at the mere fact that I had those thoughts. Okay, I don't know if you can relate to any of this, but I would spiral into the fact that I had those thoughts and take it as a sign that somehow I was backsliding because I had those thoughts. Well, there's another way to look at it. And that is that every single time that you have a thought that is one of those thoughts of, and this is what I realized, is when you have these thoughts of, oh, negative, oh, I screwed that up, or whatever it is, or having catching yourself thinking of a negative way of looking at the world, looking at a lack of abundance of what you don't have, etc., etc. Instead of getting down on yourself and saying, oh, how could I be thinking this way again? You take it as the opportunity to go, oh, kind of looking at it from the outside, that's a passing thought. That's a thought that's there. And using it as an opportunity to remind yourself of who you really are. It's like, that's not who I am. I am joy, I am love, I am abundance. And that's just a thought. That's just a thought that's coming to me from the outside world, from me being attracted to something from the outside world, but it's not who I am. It's not who I am. It's not who you are. It is not indicative of who you are. It is an opportunity to look within and to see the reality of the beauty of the love of the abundance of the all needs met perspective. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's an opportunity to go delve into it. And we each have our own unique way of helping ourselves to remember what is the beauty that is within us, the beauty that is within all around us, and our own unique way of being able to express that to others. And what I realized, which is so powerful, because I have made it a conscious awareness that I am going to be someone that helps to make the abundance, the invisible abundance, become visible in people's lives. To do that means to not buy into the lack of abundance in our minds. To not buy into that as if that is who we are. To not get sucked into the movie of what's going on around us as if that is reality. Because the reality is within everything there is another perspective. You can call it glass half full, glass half empty, but the reality is there is another place. And it's all a matter of how you see it. I think of my father. This is Father's Day, and I think of my father who would tell me about patients that he saw. And there'd be two patients. They'd each have the exact identical situation. They'd have the exact identical problem that they were dealing with, the exact identical treatment. One of them would look at it positively. One of them would see it as a blessing to turn into something positive, to give hope to people and to see and to know that they were healing. And the other one would get very down on the whole situation. Well, the one that has the positive perspective is the one that healed faster. And some of them with the negative wouldn't heal at all. The only difference was how they saw it. The only difference was how they felt about it. The only difference was how they felt in their lives and saw it. That was the difference. It's that powerful. So when something comes up in your life, it is not indicative of what your value, of what you're worth, of the poor me, or what. It is only indicative of the ability of what's powerful in front of you to turn it into something even more powerful. To turn it into something that by looking within and seeing that regardless of what is around you, it is not indicative of who you are. It is not indicative of the reality of who you are. It is a temporary thought. This too shall pass. And that's all it is. What has always been there, your abundance, it is always there, and all we need to do is let it be. All we need to do is let it be. I know this is longer than usual, but I am posting this, and for those of you that find this of value, please share, comment, subscribe, anybody that connects with this. And stay tuned. I will be sharing other positive, wonderful things. So go forth, have a wonderful day, no matter what, have a wonderful day, because it's yours, it is yours, it is your birthright.